Do you still have a White Snake cassette? Well, if you do, we got the perfect car for you. We're giving away this 1987 Buick Grand National. And it can be yours. Every dollar you spend at lsnasty.com, Justin Swanch from 69.com will get you automatically entered to win this beast. I don't,
you gotta tell me what I'm doing.
All right, you ready?
How do I start it?
It's rolling. We're live. This motherfucker does everything. All right, guys, we're back talking about Hank. This has been a crazy journey on this car. It started off as our just shop car, and then we were gonna make it a little bit faster shop car. We were gonna do drag and drive with it, and then we were cutting it apart to do the hydraulic roller LS setup, and then we have another chassis for that. So we are back to square one of the squares I stated. For those of you guys that don't know this car, it's a pretty basic deal. It's got 8.8 stock rear suspension, factory torque boxes, an AJEK member in it, all steel, true all steel, all glass. Like, this is just like a normal ass car that we put a motor in, and we started racing it, and it went faster than expected. We went like 490s with a 6-point bolt-in cage. Which is dangerous, so we got rid of that. Took it to Gibbons Race Cars, and they put a 25.5 cage in there, which is very nice. The car actually has like somewhat of a chassis now, so we can go fast with it. And we cut the ugly tube front end off, told everybody we were gonna do the hydraulic roller stuff, and then got another chassis. And then I never really discussed what the plan is with this. We're gonna talk about that today. For everyone that's like, oh, you know, you should sell it to me, or you should crush it, or you cut up a perfectly good car, we had to cut this car up because it was unsafe. Either we're gonna cut it up or we're gonna cut someone up, and we don't want that. Logan was the wheel man, and we can't be losing Logan. You know, chief backer-upper. Who's gonna back me up if I don't have the chief backer-upper? So we got a nice chassis now. We're gonna put some torque boxes in it, and we are just going to run the ever-living shit out of this. This is gonna be our new Thursday night Galot Motorsports beat down machine. If you want to go and get your wig split, yeah, I'm talking to you, Ira. This thing will go out there and wear you out. We'll give you the back tire, the brake, and the clear. I'm saying it right now. Boost stopped it, gets it all day long. Back tire, brake, and the clear. Give me like 2 months, we'll have this thing running. Wow! Probably not gonna do drag and drive. We're gonna do a steel 6-liter iron block 408 with aluminum rods, set of Trick Flow 220 heads, just a very basic Cali's Comstar crank, nice rods, off-the-shelf piston, top fuel hoop, TCAM Delta, all machine work on that motor. Gonna be upper 1800-ish horsepower before the crank probably breaks in half.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
But this car went very fast before on E85, so this is gonna be like a dumbed down race car. It's gonna be mechanical, fuel pump, billet atomizers, small fuel cell up front. It's gonna be a very simple, basic version of like what the Black Sheep is, or what Slick Rick is, or what the Bad Apple is. It's gonna have the same kind of DNA, but just a more simple, easier to maintain, easier for other people to drive car. We're still gonna put 2 seats in it. We're gonna do a Race Tech 4100 seat, standard width, standard height with head restraint in the driver's seat. In the passenger seat, we're gonna do a 4100 tall and wide with head restraint. So we're still gonna be able to give people rides, but it's gonna be much safer than just a Kirky seat. The projection on this car, if we can get it to go out and run 450s with it, I would be ecstatic. I think that something with, you know, factory doors and roll-up glass with a stock block motor going out there running 450s consistently is going to be a very fun car. Not to mention, this is going to be the car that all the guys at the shop get to drive. Logan, CJ, Mason. Dave is just an absolute ogre, so we're going to have like a set of sliders on the seat or something if we're going to get Dave in there. But the goal for this car is just to be fun, enjoyable, maintenance-free. That's the plan. So I'm excited. I was going to sell everything off of it, but there's no point to now because we don't need to put no Billy Badass stuff on there. We're gonna do some little things. We're gonna upgrade the brakes on it because the stock brakes suck. Almost died a few times. It still has a parachute, so we don't need to have like crazy brakes on it. Just maybe like some strange brakes up front and some strange brakes in the rear. We have a 9-inch out of the bad apple that we are going to stick in here. We're going to lop the ends off of it and put new ends because they got damaged, but it's going to be factory style rear suspension and TRZ upper lower control arms, TRZ anti-roll bar, just all the simple goodies for those of you guys that know the stock suspension Mustang stuff. It's going to be pretty much like the full catalog, and it should go pretty quick. But like I said, you know, you show up to Galot on Thursday night, you're done, brother. Especially you, Boost Doctor. You've been talking smack for years and years, and I ain't seen nothing fancy enough for me to pull the cow out, so we're going to stick Hank on you.
Who do you think you are? I am.
And it's going to wear you out. So you best have your 28s in the trailer. That's all I'm saying. But, yeah, the chassis is done, so it just needs like some little odds and ends stuff. We're going to work on the motor today. Once we get the motor and transmission. Motor done, put the transmission in it, get a drive shaft ordered, put the rear end in it. Put the doors back on it. I mean, it really doesn't need too much. What do you think, Scott? Like 2-3 months?
Yeah, as long as parts are available.
Yeah, 2-3 months, parts available, we're good to go. Not having a cooling system is going to be super helpful. We will probably put it on a Holley Dominator. For those of you guys that were wondering, this had a Terminator on it before. The reason why we're not going with the Terminator is because you can't run an NTK wideband, which is the preferred wideband for running methanol. So we're going to put a Holley Dominator on there. Just the basic stuff, bump box, rear shock travel, converter charge pressure, G meter. I think that's pretty much all you need for a very basic setup to run a car consistently. So we'll do all that. We'll document the whole process. If you guys have, I know this is a very popular chassis. A lot of guys are out there building new edges. We'll talk to you guys about all the products and all the parts and everything we put on the car, and it should be a good running car by the end of it. So for those of you guys wondering what's going on with Hank, we're not getting rid of it. We're still using it. It should be fun. And Ira's going to have a sore ass when we get done with it. So I think that's all we got for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you don't know, we're giving away a Grand National. Go to lsnasty.com, and we'll see you guys in the next video. You still have a White Snake cassette? Well, if you do, we got the perfect car for you. We're giving away this 1987 Buick Grand National. And it can be yours. Every dollar you spend at lsnasty.com, Justin Swanch from 69.com will get you automatically entered to win this beast. I don't.
You gotta tell me what I'm doing.
All right, you ready?